headquarters for Golden Boy Promotions. We are at the Golden Boy building, getting ready to kick off the press conference for a cruiserweight battle. Goulamirian against Ramirez. Armenia and Mexico will be going at it for a chance at the super middleweight for the WBA Cruiserweight Championship presented by Golden Boy Promotions. So it'll be a good one. March 30th, live from the YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California, exclusively on DAZN worldwide at 5 o'clock Pacific time. A lot on the line that afternoon. Welcome wherever you may be. I'm Beto Duran alongside the Golden Boy himself, Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar, you signed this bout. You have Zurdo, you have Feroz from Armenia coming in. This is going to be really cool, especially in the cruiserweight division that night.
It is going to be cool, just for the fact that Zurdo Ramirez is on the verge or getting ready to make history once again.
Yeah.
He has the champion who is an incredible fighter. This division is red hot once again, and yeah, it's going to be a great fight. We love the fact that it's in Los Angeles at YouTube Theater there, and we strongly feel that from top to bottom, this card is going to be exciting. We have a stacked undercard with Alexis, Rocha, and Sandoval. So we are thrilled, excited that the first quarter of this year has already been incredible.
Yeah, it's only March, and Golden Boy's been busy. It started with Virgil Ortiz in January, February, now here, and you want to keep your fighters active, and this isn't going to be easy because Arsen Goulamirian is the champion, fighting in the United States for the first time, been making noise in France, and then Zurdo Ramirez, you mentioned, a champion 168, trying to be a Mexican champion, the cruiserweight, never been done before.
Right.
A lot on the line. You love putting these kind of shows on.
Oh, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history to be made, and that's why it's exciting to put these types of events together. Like I said, Zurdo Ramirez was the first ever Mexican middleweight Mexican champion of the world, and now he has the opportunity to make history once again. So it's a testament to his hard work. It's a testament to the opportunity and seizing it at the moment. It's just a testament of what he wants to accomplish. But you have a champion who is right in front of him, who is making his debut in the U.S., who is dangerous, who is coming with everything. So I think the fans are gonna get a treat come the 30th.
The 30th at YouTube Theater at Hollywood Park, a beautiful facility, and Golden Boy started it last year. Alexis Rocha was the main event. You love going to different venues. Great setup there. Yeah. So if you're flying to LA, you're like, okay, what's that football stadium where the Rams and the Chargers play? You see it from the airplane, right? Right there is where YouTube Theater is at, about 6,000 seat stadium arena. It's beautiful. It's great. It's about giving fans a different perspective.
Well, every seat is a perfect seat. Every view, every angle, you're right there in front of the action, up close and personal. It's a great venue. We're thrilled that we have a partner like them, and we're going to continue to do some great events there for many years to come. And yeah, we feel very excited.
Who knows? One day maybe it's a fight at SoFi Stadium. You never know.
You never know, and that's obviously everybody's dream to host a big-time event at SoFi Stadium, and obviously being from Los Angeles and having Golden Boy's headquarters here in Los Angeles would be a dream come true for everybody.
Oscar, you're keeping your staff busy. Of course, March 30th, you're going to have this fight, but a couple weeks before that in Vegas, Camarón, you've been working on April, you're working on May, you're working on June, a lot of stuff going on. But at the end of the day, as you keep saying it, you want your fighters to be tested and tested tough.
We have exciting fights coming up, exciting news that we will be sharing with everyone fairly soon. Very exciting news. But we're coming with everything. We're gonna come full force with everything, and trying to make the best fights happen, trying to make world champions. And that's what we do. That's what Golden Boy does. Yeah. And I'm excited for this card because you have the world championship title on the line. You have a fighter like Alexis Rocha, who is right there on the verge, who went down, but it's like Bernard Hopkins always mentions, it's not how you start, it's how you end. Yeah. And Alexis Rocha is a perfect example of what a fighter should be. When he ends his career, he will end it on top. and we feel very confident on that. So we feel very excited that we can put on these great shows and just continue to build champions, not only for Golden Boy, but for the sport of boxing, for the fans.
It's for the fans. And Oscar, right now, get to that podium and bring up the fighters that we're going to see on March 30th.
All right, thank you very much for being out here in Los Angeles. I just want to touch on how exciting it's been for Golden Boy Promotions. Like I mentioned, the first quarter of this year has been exciting. I think we are setting a great example for everyone, for every promoter out there, for every fighter out there. When I mentioned that promoters must work together, when I mentioned that we all must get along to make these big fights happen, well, that's exactly what we're doing, is keeping our promise. And I'm knocking on everybody's door. I'm knocking on Bob Arum's door. I'm knocking on Eddie Hearn's door. I'm knocking on Frank Warren's door, everybody's door, so we can make these types of fights happen. And I'm really excited for this card. Because not only do we have the world title fight, which is a great opportunity for both fighters, the champion and the challenger, but also the stacked undercard. We have local fighters. We have fighters who are knocking on the door once again. We have fighters who like Ricardo Sandoval, who has been named by ESPN. I believe the top 25 under 25 list, which is incredible because you think about all the fighters who are under 25, who are trying to make a name for themselves, who are trying to break through, and so we're excited for Ricardo, and we feel. I mean, even though he does have a great record of 23 fights, this is the beginning of something very special. Before I introduce the fighters, I first want to introduce the person who has helped establish the YouTube Theater, the setting for our March 30th fight at a go-to venue in Los Angeles, Mr. Adolfo Romero, who has been very instrumental in making sure that we bring big-time boxing here to LA. So thank you very much for your continued support, Adolfo.
Thank you very much, and we're really excited at YouTube Theater. I think from day one, when we were building this complex down in Inglewood of Hollywood Park, which we've already done an unprecedented number of events, starting with the Super Bowl. Now we're going to be hosting the World Cup, the Super Bowl again, and then leading into the Olympics. And for us, boxing was always in the epicenter of that storytelling. We wanted to bring boxing back to Inglewood. There's a rich history there, and this tells a story, continues to tell a story. If you haven't been to YouTube Theater, it's a great facility right next to SoFi Stadium within this larger complex. So we're excited about this championship fight on March 30th, and our partnership with Golden Boy really working on bringing that community aspect of boxing and really telling that story all year round with all the events that happen within our campus. We're super excited, and thank you, Oscar, and the team for having us here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I would like to have the pleasure to call up to the stage with a record of 23-2, 16 knockouts, Ricardo Sandoval. Come up on stage and sit down, please. We also have Alexis Rocha from Santa Ana, 23-2, 15 knockouts. And it is my pleasure to have on the stage here Gilberto Ramirez from Sinaloa, 45-1, 30 knockouts. And the champion, Arsen Goulamirian, with a record of 27-0 and 18 knockouts. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. It really is a great pleasure. Next to the podium, I would like to call up a young man. Like I said, he has a great record of 23-2, 16 knockouts. He is of Rialto, California, who is ranked number 10 in the world. And like I said, he's on ESPN's top 25 list, which is incredible to get on because, I mean, you can imagine how many fighters are wanting to get that recognition. So I am thrilled to be introducing a young man who will be fighting Mexico's Luis Zari Hernandez. He is from Rialto, California, 23-2, Ricardo Sandoval. Ricardo.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you guys for coming tonight. I want to thank Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy, for signing me, for believing in me, and I'm just very excited for the future. I've been in Golden Boy fights I've been in many Golden Boy fights throughout the whole years, and I'm just very excited. After getting signed, there's extra motivation. I'm training extra hard in the gym. Giving that extra push, and just know that I'm anxious to get in the ring. After my fight being canceled February 15, I just want to get in the ring, throw hands, and just know that March 30th, I'm more than ready to put on a show for everybody. And now that I have the best promoter in the world, we're going for them belts. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, Ricardo. So in our co-main event, Alexis Rocha will return to the YouTube theater after being the main event last January 2023 for the first ever boxing event in venue's history. As my partner Bernard Hopkins has mentioned before, it's not how you started, it's how you finish. And we know that Alexis Rocha is hungry for redemption and is ready to prove to the world that we should not count him out. This is a young man who is willing to fight the very best, to take on the very best, to get to the top, to get to that world title. There's fighters who work hard. There's fighters who determine themselves to be in great shape, to be dedicated to what they do. But this young man takes it one step further, and that's why he will become world champion. Mark my words. He's a hard worker. He's a great young man. He takes his craft serious, and that's what it's all about. So let me introduce to you, with a record of 23-1, 15 knockouts, Alexis Rocha. Alexis.
What's up, everyone? First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank my entire team in the back, Hector Lopez, Abraham Perez. I want to thank Golden Boy and all of Golden Boy's staff. Yeah, I know I took a loss my last fight, but I refuse to let that define who I am. I refuse to let that crush my spirit and my dreams. A true warrior doesn't just avoid losses, but it's about how they get back and hold their head up and keep moving forward. And to all the young fighters, let your setbacks fuel you. Let your failures be the stepping stone to your success. I refuse to lose sight of my dreams, and I urge you all to do the same. March 30th, we're coming. Thank you.
Beautiful words, encouraging. Thank you very much, Alexis, for motivating the next generation of fighters. This main event is one that's going to be historical. Like I mentioned before, Zurdo Ramirez made history as becoming the very first Mexican national middleweight champion of the world. And now, again, coming off an amazing performance in Las Vegas in his last fight. I mean, I literally was in awe of how Zurdo was moving in the ring and using his combinations. And obviously that's a testament to his whole team, to his trainer, who is in his corner, guiding him. But it's also a testament to Zurdo, his hard work, his discipline, his desire, his dedication. It is truly an honor to come back and fight for a world title in the Cruiserweight division. Now he's in position to make history once again as the only Cruiserweight Mexican national champion of the world. So every time Zurdo steps up in the ring, we're always talking about history. We're always talking about great fights. So it is my pleasure, really. He is ready to continue his legacy. He is ready to step up to the plate, to the competition, to challenge the world champion. He has a record of 44-1, 30 knockouts. Zurdo Ramirez. Zurdo.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, I'm going to say thank God for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Golden Boy, and all my team to be here. And this is my pleasure to be step in the ring, March 30, in the YouTube theater, and make my statement, be a legend, because this is a motivation. Thank you, the team Arsen, to take the fight too, to give me the opportunity. And I mean, I don't have nothing, just like motivation, and we're gonna give to the fans what they want, like very best fight, and become a world champion. Muchas gracias a todos, gracias por estar aquí, gracias a Dios, primero que nada, a toda la gente, al equipo de Arsen, a mi equipo, Golden Boy, a todos por estar aquí, por darme la oportunidad. Y pues yo creo que va a ser una bonita noche el 30 de marzo. Va a ser mi noche, con salir con la mano en alto, y pues muchas gracias. Espero que la gente disfrute de esa velada. Gracias.
Gracias, Zurdo. Unas palabras en español. Sí, la verdad que estamos muy emocionados. Estamos preparados para tener un gran año para la afición, para el boxeo. Estamos listos, preparados para darles las buenas peleas, las peleas que los fanáticos se merecen. Y obviamente esta no es ninguna excepción. Estamos muy felices de tener esta oportunidad del campeón, y esta oportunidad que va a tener Zurdo Ramírez el 30, la verdad que va a ser algo muy, muy especial, porque está en una posición para hacer historia nuevamente, y eso obviamente es sumamente importante para un boxeador y para el deporte. You know, it is my pleasure to introduce a fighter, a young man who is undefeated, and not only undefeated, but he's a world champion in the Cruiserweight division, and that's obviously no easy feat. To become a world champion takes a lot. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of hard work. And it takes a lot of guts to be in that ring and stay undefeated and be on the top of your game and be called world champion and defending your world title and fighting for the first time here in the U.S. is a big deal. And fighting against Zurdo, who has been inside that ring against world champions, who has been in the limelight in world title fights, will be a great experience for both guys. So it really is my pleasure making his U.S. debut. He has a record of 27-0 and 19 knockouts. So if you take a look at both guys' record, it's a combination of 71 fights, 1 loss, and close to 50 knockouts. This is going to be a banger. This is going to be a great, great fight. If you haven't been to the YouTube theater, man, I urge you, because every single seat is a great seat for this fight. So let me introduce to you the champion, Arsen Goulamirian. Arsen Goulamirian.
Hi, everybody. I'm very excited to be there. I think my English is so good, but thanks Oscar, thanks Golden Boy, thanks DAZN, and thanks you everybody for giving me this opportunity. I fight in America. I be there. I start with my coach Abel Sanchez 2016, but I have not this opportunity for fight in LA, in America, because same I think before nobody knows cruiserweight in America. I think it's not the division people see, because Oscar is middleweight before, all great champion, Canelo, all Mexican, starting from small weights, middleweights, yeah. And this is great opportunity for fans for boxing, and in America for cruiserweight championship with Zurdo is great champion before in middleweight WBO, and I'm seriously very excited for this fight March 30, and see everybody there March 30. Thanks you everybody. Thank you.
Before we pose the fighters for pictures, I just want to say that, look, we're here in LA, the YouTube theater, a Mexican against an Armenian, probably the best fans in the world. Let's pack this place up. Let's show the world that the YouTube theater is the destination for boxing here in LA. So thank you very much, and this concludes the press conference. I will pose the fighters for pictures. Thank you.
All right, so that's them talking. We got to get a couple questions in. So I'm here. Let's go. So, all right, let's start this with El Niño Sandoval. So he was supposed to fight at the Commerce Casino a couple weeks ago. His opponent, because of health issues, was unable to fight that day. So, Niño, you showed up, you did the weigh-in, you're ready to go. You did the fighter meetings, and then it's not happening. They call you, Golden Boy takes care of you. You're fighting on the 30th. How tough has the last couple weeks been for you?
Well, it hasn't been tough. I'm already used to staying in the gym, so I went straight back to it. I got the weekend off, and then Monday I was back in the gym, and I'm just ready to go March 30th.
All right, so March 30th, you have the banda party afterwards. No matter what, you pay for the banda, they got to show up, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. But it was my dad's birthday, so we got to celebrate that.
All right. Nino from Rialto, California, they come in strong. So Adolfo, YouTube theaters will be packed. Get the banda ready for El Niño Sandoval, who's knocking on the door for a championship belt. Alexis, your last fight did not go the way you wanted. Your beautiful words up here about motivating younger fighters. Where's your motivation coming from?
My motivation comes from my last loss. Wasn't my night, like I said, and I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. Move forward. I held my head up high, keep moving forward. I have a great team behind me. And the motivation just comes from that night, that pain. I can't describe it. You have to go through it, but it's a pain and it's a shitty feeling.
Yeah, Oscar's off to the side, nodding his head. Exactly what Oscar was saying about what Bernard Hopkins said. Not how you start, it's how you finish. Golden Boy stayed by your side. They could have just said, let him sit a little bit. But you're back March 30th at a spot that you know very well.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. I just re-signed a 5-year contract with Golden Boy Promotions. This is my home. Yes, sir.
Right now?
Right now.
So you're breaking news here?
Breaking news, yeah.
So you want to make it official before Jane says the press release?
Making it official right now, but I just want to thank Golden Boy for always being a home to me. I started at 18. I want to end my career here. This is home.
Well, congratulations. Round of applause for Alexis Rocha. A 5-year contract, Oscar? 5-year deal. Alexis Rocha and Golden Boy staying, working together. That's what you talk about. If you go down, they're going to be right there for you. That's the family aspect that you have. Zurdo Ramirez. Answer me this one in English. You've been working on your English really well,
Yes,
so you got to answer it now. All right. You have an opportunity to make history for your country. How important is that for you?
Well, it's really important for me, for myself, even for my country too, because obviously is one step ahead to become a legend, and that's what I want. And I really want to get this fight because obviously Arsen is a great champion. He's been doing really well in his career. He's a champion, and me, I was a champion, and I want to become a champion again. And this is my title shot.
This is your title shot live on DAZN March 30th. And Arsen, Abel Sanchez was telling me a couple months ago, I got the Cruiserweight champ. He's French, he's Armenian, he's everything. He's going to be whatever you want him to be. But Abel did say that you put on a show you're really exciting to watch. For people who are going to see you the first time, what kind of fighter are you?
I'm seriously excited for this fight in America first time, and great opportunity for me because Ramirez is a big name, Mexican, good style. He come world champion in middleweight. Now he won in cruiserweight. I'm here. I'm world champion. This is my division, and very big fan in America for cruiserweight for fans. And he see March 30 and still.
It'll be a good one. So many knockouts between the two fighters. Live on DAZN, March 30th, YouTube Theater at Hollywood Park. Nino, for you, I know you keep saying you want a title shot, but you don't get it. Why are the champions not willing to go with you?
I feel like the main reason why I wasn't getting the world title is because I didn't have a promoter behind me. But now that I do, we're going for all them belts. So I'm knocking on the door on every champion.
Ricardo El Nino Sandoval, Cal State San Bernardino business degree, real estate, but he's trying to become a world champion. For Alexis, Rocha, all right, I've known you since you were fighting outside T-Mobile Arena when it was raining on the Canelo Khan undercard on a Friday. Your path has gone with Golden Boy. From there to Velasco to Fantasy to the YouTube Theater. Your motivation is always your team, but you're missing something, the chance at a world title. How do you get a world title shot at 147?
Just knocking on the door right there. It was a little setback, but I'm gonna be back March 30th, and my plan is just to knock the door down. I want to knock out whoever put in front of me, and that's how you open the doors.
Anybody.
There
it is. You'll see Alexis, the co-feature, on March 30th. Zurdo, for you. All right. You were at 68, a champion. 75, now cruiserweight. How do you feel at this division?
Well, I feel great. I feel like obviously I walk around 215 sometimes, but I feel great. I don't need to cut a lot of weight. I mean, it's great for me.
This is where you belong.
Yes, sir.
And your last fight with Joe Smith, how did you feel about that performance?
Well, I feel it was a great night for me and for as me junior too, because he was champion, and everyone enjoyed the fight, and I mean that's what I want. Just the people enjoy the fight, come see this March 30, and it will be an exciting fight.
And for Arsen, the nickname Feroz, get it right? Why?
I thought, 2008, I go to Cuba, in Havana, in amateur. With Mexican, we make, test match. And I fight one guy, his name is Osmay Acosta, Olympian, I knocked him, and all trainer tell me, oh, this guy Feroz, and everybody told me from this day, Feroz.
So Armenian, living in France, in Southern California, Feroz against Zurdo. That's going to be the main event, March 30th. Let's get Oscar De La Hoya back here for the final words from the Golden Boy himself.
Final words. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great fight, great event. Again, from top to. Let me just read a few names here, and we actually have a really good lineup. Making their pro debut, Ronald Mencia. Then we have another pro debut in the welterweight division, Denny Division. Then we have Jonathan Canas, 3-0, 2 knockouts from Santa Ana. He's fighting as well in the lightweight division. Then we have a WBA Intercontinental Light Heavyweight title. And these guys are tremendous fighters. Kareem Hackett, Rowdy Montgomery, and the zone opener, Santiago Dominguez from Fort Worth with a record of 26-0, 20 knockouts in the welterweight division, facing Jose Sanchez from Albuquerque with a record of 14-3 and 4 knockouts. And then obviously you have Ricardo, Alexis, and the champions here. So great card. We'll see you guys on the 30th. Let's show the world what California boxing is all about, what the YouTube theater is all about. Let's pack this place up. Thank you very much, guys.
We'll have the fighters pose for pictures. Put the microphones down. We'll get them ready to go. YouTube Theater at Hollywood Park, March 30th. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. You'll be able to get them. It'll be a great night of boxing, March 30th. A great seat everywhere. The closer you get, obviously better. The balcony's all good to go. That'll be in Inglewood, California. Golden Boy Promotions going to Inglewood. They opened up the YouTube Theater last year. This will be the third fight ever at YouTube Theater, and it's going to get better because the Cruiserweight Championship will be on the line. Zurdo Ramirez, Feroz Goulamirian, defending his belt against Zurdo Ramirez. That'll be the main event. And now you also see Alexis Rocha and El Nino Sandoval. They're not going to fight each other, but Nino is what, 115, ready to go. Lex 147, the Cruiserweights. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. As always, follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for all behind-the-scenes action. Thanks to everybody watching today. And don't forget, tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com. For the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya, I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for watching Golden Boy Promotions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and